Let's do this. Oh,
Since you
man.
were a kid?
I'm scared.
Pick a number.
2,
1, 2. Pick a number.
3,
3. Pick a number.
5.
Grammy nominated.
All right.
All right.
Whoa.
Here we go. First question.
Okay.
As we start with Matt. Number, would you go 3?
5.
Ooh. Oh, you went 5. All right, 5.
Don't try to slip it on.
No. You know
you
what?
had something in
Here's
mind.
the deal. 3 was an easier question. You picked a. You got to tell me about your first kiss.
I go back.
No, it doesn't work that way. First kiss.
My first kiss. What was my first kiss? I think my first real kiss was with a girl named Claire.
Yeah.
And
how old?
I was really young.
Right.
Yeah, I think I was in kindergarten.
See, I remember.
And it was like a
kissing
French
the teacher's
kiss. It was
hand
like a French kiss.
Yeah.
What?
Wait a minute. You French kissed a girl when you're 5?
I grew up in a pretty hardcore neighborhood. All right.
Hardcore.
Yeah. And yeah, so she had braces too. It was fun.
Right on, man. Well, how exciting to be nominated for a Grammy. I mean, here we are almost on the 60th anniversary of the Grammys. And for you guys, I mean, it's been a journey here. I mean, you go back to starting in Kentucky, but before you even had the first album out, why the move to England?
All the normal things, the rock and roll fairy tales that everything is happening across the pond.
Right.
And so, especially coming from a small town in Kentucky.
Right.
So it was a big dream of ours. You know, you had Jimi Hendrix, the stories of Jimi Hendrix going over there and living in someone's attic, and then he's playing, and Eric Clapton's like, this is the greatest guitar player ever. And the Doors, the Pixies, Nirvana, all these American bands that went over and started in the UK. And then, not to mention all the great bands that came from the UK that we loved, like the Zombies and Tommy James and the Shondells, the Beatles, of course, the Rolling Stones, the Who. I mean, so
you guys
many
have a
great
lot of that
groups.
retro kind of throwback, and that's a great thing about music now, that it has opened up, and it's almost like the labels are breaking down, right? I mean, good music is good music. It comes from your heart, but you guys have a lot of influence where you can hear that retro throwback but brought modern.
Well, I think in some regards, at least in a certain area, a certain level of commerciality has been very see-through.
Right.
And so people kind of see through that now, and where you might associate something to being of the past,
right,
now everything's kind of current if it's just great art, which is a beautiful thing for the art and culture movement. And so, I mean, I'm as excited about electronic instruments as I am excited about an acoustic guitar. I think it's just all about the recipe you're cooking with. So.
Right. And like I said, what a great time of music that it's that wide now. And that people aren't just saying, well, you can only be this or you can only be that. And that might have been where it was 10, 15 years ago. But now you're free to make that art. It's just like making a painting when it comes from your heart.
Well, the level of rigidness that was in music in recent years, I mean, the past 100 years is relatively an anomaly throughout time. I mean, if you look at the way music evolved and how it was before, the whole thing of commerciality wasn't so present.
Right.
And so...
Or necessary, right? It was artists creating art.
So this is a new thing. And, I mean, obviously, there's universal experiences that can be traced back to the very beginning, but whatever. Now we're going into this deep conversation. I'm on my soapbox here, preaching.
We're going into music theory now.
Yeah.
Dude, how exciting for this weekend, though. I mean, it's always an honor to be nominated, but, just to get that nod. And you talk about making the art, right? And I always equated making a painting. You have to know when to stop putting color in, and same thing with a song. So whether it gets commercial, whether it gets a nod from, say, the Academy, just making a good song, you get that feeling of excitement. But then when your peers and the Academy look at it and say, this is one of a handful that we're saying are the best of the year, that's got to be a great honor.
It is. I mean, I can't say it any better.
Right?
I could take a stab at it. I mean, when you're making a record, at least for ourselves, the main purpose is to capture that cathartic experience.
Right.
And beyond that, everything is icing on the cake. The fact that it reaches people and that moves them in a similar way that it moved yourself.
Right.
And if you start out from a place being determined to stay in this world of real, then when you perform it every night, you don't have to feel so fake about it. You know what I mean? So.
Right. And it's been able to take you all around the world. I mean, Europe, and you guys are going to be going to South America too, right?
Yeah.
How crazy.
We just finished the European tour, which was great, and now we're going down to South America. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't die between now and then.
It's just one of those times where you step back, it's almost surreal where you just have to say you're thankful for all the positive forces in the universe and that you attract them to yourself because you have to project that out. Like attracts like, right? And so when you put out good things, you get good things back from the universe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Now I'm the one getting deep here.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Never thought about it.
I lost you there for a second. No, I'm joking.
Right on, man. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Best of luck on Sunday, man, and on the road, too. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Thanks for that. That was great.